I've been giving internal versus external expressions of self and how it plays with identity a whole lot of thought recently. Partly, like my newsletter article said, because I've been decorating my office finally. Partly also because I've been watching a very expensive building project happen that will have very little above the surface happening. Redoing all of the electrical in a 95-year-old building and adding insulation for the first time, things like that. We don't see those changes very much, but it does fundamentally change the building. And partly because I've been watching Lydia go to school these days. That's you. Is it okay if I talk about you a little bit? Okay, cool. You want to come say hi? Oh, bud. Your head feeling better?
A bit.
A bit. Do you want to wave for the camera? No, you don't have to. You can sit right there. I'm going to keep talking, okay? And partly because I'm watching Lydia go to school these days, and when I drop her off or when I pick her up, I see all these different shirts that different kids choose to wear, and I start wondering about how someone chooses to wear what they wear, and what it means when they wear what they wear, and where they wear what they wear while they're wearing the wares. Like, I have a uniform for myself. I either wear a dress shirt, a button-down or whatever, or maybe a sweater, maybe a jacket, most days, all nondescript, nothing with big labels pointed outward. And on the weekends, or at home, I wear solid colored t-shirts, almost exclusively. I have one graphic t-shirt, and I very rarely wear it outside the house. If I am wearing it, by the way, outside the house, it's probably because I haven't showered that day. And the reason is, I realized at some point that shirts with graphics on them intentionally or unintentionally say something about who we are or what we value. If it has a graphics or a brand name visible, things like that, it shows at the very least to the world outside of us what we have decided to spend money on. Even if those clothes are a gift, people will still assume that we have bought them, chosen them. I was inspired in seminary by the spouse of a friend of mine. She spent significant amounts of time visiting friends in plain dress Mennonite communities. Everyone wore basically the same style of clothing. The quality of the clothes probably varied a little bit, and certainly the pattern on the fabric varies, but basically everyone wears the very same thing. The idea being that this takes one more artificial thing out of the way of relationships. When your clothes are not speaking for you, you're able to speak for yourself. When your clothes are not identifying you, you are able to identify yourself, who God has made you to be. Now yes, even still what we wear says something about who we are. I wear solid colored t-shirts, and that says that I don't like to wear graphic tees. Right? No system is perfect. But when we live in a world that so quickly can separate us simply by the way that we look, sometimes it takes some intentionality to break down those barriers of relationship so that we can exist and indeed thrive and be in relationship together. Anyway, until next time, peace be with you. Speak for yourself. When your clothes are not identifying you, you are able to identify yourself.